can't give up. I can't give up now. See, I've come too far to turn around now. Can I say it again? One more time. I can't give up. I can't give up now. You see, somebody else here know you come too far to turn around now. One more thing. See, I've come too many years. I've laid awake at night and I've shed too many tears. The Lord has brought me over too many rocks in a river. Can't you see? I've come too far to turn around now. Sometimes while on this journey, my body sometimes it get all racking with pain. But I know all of my works down here won't be in vain. I'm glad I got a few more rock, few more real. But one day I'm gonna make it. Top of the hill, Lord, I've come too far to turn around now. One more thing. Sometimes I find myself standing at the crossroads in my life, standing there just wondering which way should I turn. Seems like every time I turn to my right side, I find trouble, confusion, misunderstanding is already on my right side. And then I turn to my left side, find out somebody's sick, somebody's in the hospital, somebody done passed and gone on, and every time I look, I see healed, and more healed, and more healed, and more healed, and more healed, that are already waiting on me, make me feel
Shabbat. Shalom to everyone. On today, our brothers and sisters that view us through technology or listen to us through technology. Shabbat. Shalom. We thank the Most High for yet another day that He's blessed us to see. I said, man, the key to this life is gratitude. Every day that He give you is gratitude. Gratitude. Somebody say, well, it's going to be dim today. Nah. I took a picture of myself one day. And he said this. He told me, he said, sun, shine. So he said, no, the sun always, when my sons get up, they always shine. The sun always, every time we get, oh, the sun's shining. You just don't know it's shining. You know? And see, when you get up, you know, watch. The Most High done got up. He got his assets in the earth are up. That's why, man, we got to transform this mind, because you be waiting for something to happen and something already to happen. You got to receive it. Now, faith is the substance of what? Things hoped for, the evidence of things. Yeah, just be it. Right? Don't try, just be it. Just be. As we go back into this series that it's not a time to turn back, I want you to continue to remember this. Plagues, and more plagues. And you're going to start seeing it sooner than later. Because surely if the Most High release a prophetic word, you go in this dispensation, you know how He says in Daniel, unless He speed up the time, no one would make it. That's why it seems like time is. And that's why we got to keep ourselves in those on the ancient path, studying what He says, keeping in line with that, because everything out here, everything that you're around and in has laws and things that are has been systematically put in place to break you mentally. But we are not the ones to be broken mentally. We break through. We break through. We don't break down. We don't go in depression, oppression. Anytime we do that, that means you have been in somebody else's yard. So when you go in somebody else's yard and they have private property on there, what is it called? Trespassing. So when you go into some other mindset that's outside the Most High, you in somebody else's yard, and you're what? So in the cowboy movies, they would call you an outlaw, right? They would call you an outlaw. That means you done broke the law. You outside of the law. So anytime you feel in any kind of way that's not of the Most High, just realize that you're an outlaw. You trespassing. You're trespassing. You're trespassing. No one can break you. No one can make you. You're going to do that all on yourself, right? You're doing it to yourself. They did. If they would, no. Choose this day. Life or death, blessings or what? Curses. But again, like I say, remember this is going forward. Most High said, He's told us last week that He uses the fire, the water. He uses watch. Remember how He told you He uses animals? That's why like you said, these folks are coming up with all these different animals, these different exotic-looking animals. That's what the movies are showing you. The movies are showing you all these exotic-looking creatures, like, oh, that's a crazy-looking creature. No, they're telling you. They're telling the truth. And when you see all these exotic-looking animals in these movies, because we got to get back right with the Most High and get out of this spirit of entertainment, because that entertainment got you in a spell. You start seeing, they telling you everything, putting it right in your face. They know about these majestic looking creatures. They put them all in movies. Some of them they fight for the good. The ones that fight for the good, that's you. Black Adam, that's you. All these heroes in these movies, that's you. They make them animals look crazy. That's you. They dare put that and tell you that ain't you. So you steady trying to find someone to put in there. You got to know that. You got to walk in that. And because if you don't choose to walk in and somebody else choose to walk in, it ain't arrogance. Just watch. You just being stupid. That ain't no arrogance. What you want to be a coward? Look at me. Let's all get over here and cry together. Nah. You got to rise up, right? Kwam Yasharella. All right. Let's go to the book. So get that apocrypha out. Let's go Let's go to the other side. Y'all know we were built to go to the other side. Like whenever you hear these messages in the Bible, like he has a people that is meant to go to the other side. And what you got to realize, what's the other side? The other side, watch. What's in between the other side? It's always, watch. What brother Uncle Lee said, there's hills and more hills. But when I took inventory of my life, I already see the hills that he done brought me over, right? So what? When you know that you are a chosen race to watch, to do what? Go to the other side. In that middle process, it's always hills and more hills. But you already know, watch. You got to start naming the hills. Well, what's the hill's name? Romans 8, what? Come on. Y'all got to come to life. You got to name them. That middle part is Romans 8:28. That's what it's named. You call it anything else, then you go watch. You go reap what you call it. I call it Romans 8:28. Why can you call it Romans 8:28? Because the book say the steps of a righteous man, order. So you don't think, watch, when he ordered my step, watch, that he knew about them hills and molehills and calamities, and watch, all those that was going to rise up and put things, no. But at the end of this, right, Joseph? At the end of this, watch. What was meant for what? Evil. The Most High makes it work for your what? Good. All right. We're doing a 2-for-1 today, man. Just commercially in between the messages. Let's get to Esdras. Esdras. Let's go back to Esdras, second Esdras, chapter 8. And we're gonna start at verse 55. Second Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 8, verse 55. You know, you have some folks, what's this, all these new books and stuff? And this is what you tell them, is this. But whenever you see in the Bible that this is recorded, it's not this recorded, and Enoch said this, and this is recorded in the book of Judah. Well, what do you think when they say this is recorded? They were reading out of the book of Enoch, the book of Judah, to say that. You see? But watch. Your oppressors, they took that out. You see? So they're reading to you what they're reading out of these books that were taken out of there. Does that make sense? And that's how you witness to people that I don't know about that, because my Bible say it's 66 books, and it ain't no Jubilee, it ain't no Jasher. And I said, why? He said, and this is recorded in the book of Enoch. This is recorded because they're reading from the book of Enoch. But yeah, you know, wise one, old wise one. So that's how you deal with people who see all kind of stuff, talking to folks, man, just... Really, their mind be already made up, though. All right, 2nd Esdras chapter 8, verse 55 says this. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. We talked about this before, remember? He said, watch, stop asking about people that done perished. They done died. He done took them out of here, right? He said, stop asking about them. That's what, watch, the Most High was telling Esdras. He says, for when they now perish, if you perish, now we got to look at the word perish. Perish, that is not talking about the ones that have been granted to live eternal life. Perish means those are the ones that, watch, live their own kind of life. They did me boo, and you do you boo. They did whatever they wanted to do. They went against everything that the Most High say. Most High said, come out of that. They still was in it. It just was more funny in it. We're going to get with that too, because like I said, we got some folks that's getting that Maccabee spirit in them. But how the brothers in Maccabee, they're like, it was better when we was over here. Most High speak on all this stuff. He said, don't ask about them that perish. We know the ones that perish, they will not, watch, following the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. He said, don't ask about them. And don't put them in a place that, watch, he ain't put them at. Verse 56 says, for when they had taken what? Liberty, they despised the Most High. Though they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his what? Ways. In other words, he said, don't even lose no sleep over. Don't sit here talking about I miss them what? Being a hellion? Cussing you out? Rejecting whenever you went to them, they weren't receiving of. That's family. That's the family you come through in anybody else. What you miss? Stop trying to draw attention to yourself now. What you miss about it? He said, I only want you to watch. Give no thought to that. Because if they, know why he said don't give no thought to the ones that perish, and the perish is defined as the one that watched didn't follow his law. Because now you're giving thought to what? Disobedience. You meditating on a person that was disobedient and trying to give them credit where they didn't have credit at, right? You crediting them with obedience, and when you know they live a disobedient lifestyle. That's why I watch. It's imperative that we stand for y'all with everything and don't compromise around nobody, because what? We're the light that watch supposed to watch shine the truth on. I'm not responsible for it if you get it or not, but watch. You were presented it. It's up to them what they get and what they don't get. You see? It's on them. But what? If I'm compromising, if I'm hiding it when I get around them because I just, I want to be at the thing and want everything to go well. The Most High says this, well, if you watch, if you reject me before what? Men, I'm going to reject you before what? My Father in heaven, right? Reject him means what? Reject his word. Reject sharing who he is. Why you don't do that? No, I'm going to tell you. When they cursing and MF and effing around you, they do it boldly, right? And here you go trying to hide, because I want to be at the function. You want a party that bad? Learn how to make your own party. Learn how to watch, play your own music. He says, verse 57, moreover, they had trodden down his righteous. That's another. He said they trodden down his what? His righteous. So you think, watch. Oh yeah, the Most High go deal. One reason they perish and watch, because you got to be careful how you handle the Most High's chosen ones. You got to be careful whether you be Gentile or of Israel. You see, you got to be careful because the Most High pays you back for how the things you dish out to people. You see what I'm saying? The things that you dish out, speak on people, the Most High say, I'm running a checklist on all that. Because you're going to have to reap all that. See, most people don't we were taught in Christianity, about, as long as the earth remains, there's going to be feed. I know how you thought that was just money, right? That ain't just money. That's your actions, your deeds, how you treat people, you're going to eat all that. What you say about people, you're going to eat all that. He said they tried his righteous. So what? The Most High is making a distinguish between what? Those that perish, which is what? Evil, and he's making a distinguish between what? Righteous. That's why it's good to have the Spirit of Yah to discern what? Who is of Yah and who ain't. You see what I'm saying? That's the spirit of discernment to have that. Why? Because if you don't have that, you just think you can just go off on anybody, any kind. You can just do. Some people you can't touch like that. Watch now. Verse 58 says, and said in their what? Well, where's their heart at? Their mind. Remember the Most High said what? The things that's done in the dark is your mind. You thought, watch, you was in the car screwing and at the job and all this, somewhere hiding and went out of town and then turned into a freak and all that. You thought that was in the dark. At the schoolhouse, in the bathrooms, and around the corner. You thought that was in the dark. No, the dark was in here. See, he knows what's going on in the dark of my mind. I could be, just shouting and preaching it and be a hellish person, a perverted person on the inside. He knows what's going on in the darkness of my mind. Woo! Why you think, watch, when all the scripture from the beginning when he started dealing with, he said choose this day. Well, choosing starts in the what? Mind.
People say, oh, they don't talk, they talk a whole lot. The Most High tell you they talk a whole lot. They said a whole lot in their head. They weren't saying that they were real. No, they were saying a whole lot. And the Most High said, well, I'm going to reveal what was done in the what? Dark. The darkness is your mind. Look at somebody and say, there's no place to hide. Y'all see it? And when you're full of discernment, watch, the ones that have the discernment, they can see it because your mind is speaking, watch, on the countenance of your what? Face. What the musician said is what? And you don't have to what? You don't have to say a word. It's already written on. You could be talking about hello, and be looking like what's the Will Smith played on the more crazy the Men in Black, some of them hello, hello. You know what I'm talking about? And you can see it. That ain't no hello. Subtract the O. That's hell. That's all that is. That's hell right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he says now, and said in their heart. So that's why I say you got to discipline your mind. That's why he says cast down every what? High imagination that exalts itself up in your mind. That's the darkness he's talking about. What's done in the dark. See, the Most High give you clarity. He give you anointing to talk about. You talking about, oh, they don't see. We don't tell them that we went over. Watch. You think nobody know where you went at? Don't tell them we did this. Don't tell them. You think no. Come on now. You ain't dealing with a fleshly person. Come on here. No, some of us can really walk that time. How he talking about, oh, and he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am. There's some folks that can really take ownership of that. But he's talking about in here. All that's going on in here. That's why he says, watch, cast every high imagination down. He's serious about what's going on in your mind. All that's done in the what? Dark. That's the darkness he's talking about inside of here. Because you be smiling like, I really hate him. Hey, God, shalom. And be, you know why? Because Israel has learned to do that. Israel has learned to do that, but watch, the energy ain't saying no shalom. The energy ain't saying that. That's why, watch, most people like texting and all that stuff. They can't, Because as we were talking about, when you keep your mind focused on what?
The law.
And what?
And the Most High. And occupied with the meditation thereof.
Then what happens?
You'll seek out the wisdom of the ancient.
Yeah.
Be occupied in prophecy.
Yeah. So if that's if you have that going on high in the world, can you be what? Mad, sad, depressed, oppressed? How? Tell me how. How? It's no way. It's no way possible. Something else is there. And it ain't the occupancy of the Most High's laws and his statutes. Oh yeah, we still a deliverance ministry. We let the word do it. The word is the one circumcising. Therefore, skin get cut every Shabbat. All right. And said in their heart, there is no Elohim. Yea, that knowing they must what?
Die.
They must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you. What? As the things what? Said afore. Right? Things that they done had conversations about. Watch. Afore means watch. Things you done said back in 88. Aforetime means back in the past, right? Ooh. That's downward. That's why you hear me say watch. You better get stuff right and don't think watch. You done wrong, just watch. We can happy get up and just get back. No. There's a way you're supposed to do it. He's looking at the things that were done what? Aforetime, right? That's why you don't let pride get in there and what? Make you think what? If I know I done treated Elder Williams wrong, all right, well, time went by. I slipped him a little money. He's not. But I know I talked down about it. I know I told Brother JT he ain't nothing but a dog.
But what I gotta make that right because I messed his character up. I done sold some here and say he young and he weak in the spirit. Now you looking at him sideways. A fourth time. Come on up in here. Yeah, see, I didn't even know we was gonna do it like this right here. I thought we was gonna play game more play today, but the most I'm doing this thing. You see? We probably ain't gonna go nowhere. As Kurt Schrader said, we got the daughter right here. We ain't got to go nowhere. Yeah, we're gonna be right here. We're gonna be a quick one today. I'm gonna go back to 58. And said in their what? Heart. Heart is the mind. That is the what? That is the darkness that he's talking about. He that sees in darkness will reveal what's done in the dark. That's why I watch. Things that you can't change, just sit back and let it just play out. Don't try to prove nothing. Don't try to just let it play itself out. Because everything that's planted has to what? Come up. The Most High makes it do. He makes it come up. He says that there is no Elohim. In their heart, your thoughts. Now watch. In their thoughts, they're saying that. See, watch. The way we think, I could be verbally saying it, but the way I think, the way you think could be saying there ain't no Yah. So watch. I could be thinking things that cause depression on me. So watch. My thinking is really saying that there is no what? Yah, and that's why I'm giving my mind to what? Things that bring depression, jealousy, insecurity over me when he has said different. But I chose thoughts that go against saying that there is a Elohim. Does that make sense? See, you can be saying, when did I deny you? You deny me all the time in your thoughts because when I said think on these things, you wouldn't think on these things. When I said keep your mind stayed on me, you wouldn't keep your mind stayed on me. So what? You were basically saying there is no what? There is no Elohim. Does that make sense? Yeah, there's a reason, there's a rhyme and a reason why he tells us this stuff. I've always watched. That's why he said, what? Many go say unto me on that day. No, in your mind. Come on now. Because you could be saying what? You know how folks, a lot of I experience, and some of you guys may experience it, that people get around you and they start talking shalom and keep, stop. Just stop. God said it and God, stop. Yeah, I do all that because I ain't even like that. I don't even talk like that. Just be it. You ain't got to do all that. Or they get around other people. No, just be. So yeah, he cares about what's going on in the darkness. The darkness again is our what? Our mind. That's where we're defeated at, right? But when watch, the only thing that brings the deliverance and a change of life is information. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna information you. Prayer, information you, not prayer. Pray for you. I'm gonna information you because that's what watch. Do you give your students? You don't pray for you give them information, right? Look here. Watch this now. What's that gonna do? That's just the easy way out. Well, what about what? This is for my folks that say, well, what about the scripture say men ought to always pray and never faint? That means they ought to always hear Yah. Because the reason why you faint is because you don't hear him. Does that make sense? See, prayer is a conversation. In conversation, you hear. Communication has a bit to do with hearing. Hear my voice and live. Hear me. Men ought to always hear Yah and live. Is it watch? Men ought to always be talking and never faint? No, the reason why they faint is because they ain't hearing. They choose not to hear. That's prayer. Prayer is listening. That's why they faint, because why? They choose not to hear what he has to say. When you can't hear what he has to say, then guess what? You hear what the other guy has to say. John 10:10 says what? One comes to do what? Steal, kill, and what? Destroy. But Yahushua come to do what? Give life and life more what? Now watch, my sheep that what? My sheep do what? They know my what? And they what? Yeah. And what? The sheep, what it says in Psalm 23, the sheep follow the what? The shepherd, right? Ain't that what Psalm 23 said? Well, how do the sheep follow the shepherd? Because they watch. They can hear. He can make little strange sounds. They know he over there by the brook. Let's go. You know, they just running over there, you know. Because they hear. They hear him. They choose to hear. The ones that don't choose to hear, come on, nah, I'm just going to graze over here. That's when the wolf come and get them, right? The wolf that came and got him. What makes him the shepherd? Why we got to follow him?
I tell you, man, when you praise the Most High, He give you stuff, man. This wasn't even it. This wasn't even it. But the Most High know what to give you. For as the things aforetime shall receive you, so thirst, and what?
Pain.
And what?
Pain.
And pain. Remember y'all told the woman at the, watch this. Remember YAHUSHUA told the woman at the well, he said, if you what? Drink of this water, you what? But only way she could drink of it, she had to do what? Choose to what? Huh? She said, how she had, you right, receive how? She had, yeah, when I'm receiving it, that means I'm hearing. She had to receive. Said, if mean what? You go out of choice to make. You either go choose to hear me or yeah. But if you do, you won't what? You'll never, come on up here. You'll never lack. In other words, what? You will see y'all come through what? Whether it's your mental with peace, whether it's your provision with bread, come on. Whether it's what? Your direction with guidance, come on. You'll never lack. Most people just look at it as money. No, it's all aspects of life. Your health, watch. You will watch. You may be afflicted, but you will watch. Receive your help. Come on, man. Come on up in here. You need guidance. You'll never watch. I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to show you a way that you don't even know. But all I need you to do is trust me. Come on up in here. You'll never watch. You'll never thirst. All right. He says, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. It's prepared for. And the Most High said, "Why you didn't hear me? You chose." They said, "Don't even give no thought to them." They went hear the messages that I was sending. They was always rejected. He said, "Why? Don't give what they did." They talk about, "Oh, I'm so hurt. You're supposed to hurt," according to the book. You don't have to say it, but you understand. That's why I watch. When I know some things, this is what I say: the Most High will be done. And that's how you keep it cordial and correct, without being abusive. When you know why what's going on, just believe in the Most High will be done. You see? That's how you deal with that. Because you see, the Most High ain't cutting no corners, right? He tell you just like it is. But soon as one of his chosen one comes, who the hell he think he is? The one that was sent to keep you out of hell. Watch this now. He says, it's prepared for them, for it was not his will that men should what? Come to naught. It wasn't his will. It wasn't the Most High will for that to happen. He's telling you, he says, well, I don't even want you to give thought to the ones that perished, the ones that were disobedient, the things that's happen to them. He said, because everything that just told, that was never my will for them. Watch, but they chose how I had to handle them. We choose how the Most High go deal with us. Everything you're doing, we're going to choose it. Soon as you hear somebody, no, you can't, who you think you is can pray against a rebellious, disobedient person. And the Most High, I'm going to tell y'all this, stop doing that. I don't care if it's your blood family. I'm praying, stop doing that.
Stop doing that. Praying for what? What did he tell you? Because you can be a false teacher. You'll never see that in the Bible where things come and they say, I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna wait to hear what he has to say. And if he say, well, don't say nothing because as soon as you say something, they ain't gonna receive it anyway. Just say, oh, okay. Wow. That's what you gotta be wise. When you know people ain't gonna receive it, don't even pray. I don't even pray with people that aren't gonna receive me. I don't pray with them at all. Because I already know. Why? Why do a religious thing? Right? He said, but that was never his intention for this to happen to man. But we choose how the Most High will deal with us. So many leaving. Death ain't a bad. I gotta tell him Mike the other night. I say death ain't a bad thing when you're ready. You done fulfilled your assignment. One of the ladies that played for me and his mom when we had married, she passed, sweet lady. I said, that's good because she ain't in no more pain no more. Sweet lady, just a real good lady. I said, she ain't in no pain. The dad just never passed away. I said, that's good. She ain't got to worry about all that torture and that pain and trying to practice medicine to find out what's wrong with her. I said, she lived a good life. But I said, we have to understand that death ain't, when you live fulfilled your assignment, it ain't a bad thing. Okay? All right. 61. Therefore, not 61, 60, right? 60. But they which be created have what? Defiled the name of him that what? Made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. That's deep. You got a lot of ungrateful folks. You hear me say that all the time. Walking around here mad, pissed off. You one of the ones. Unthankful, ungrateful. I always got something to get somebody. Yeah, you fall in that category. The Most High ain't never tell you why. I don't look at people, I look to him. Look what he done. Look what he's doing. I can't help. Yeah, folks may be that. That's where they mind at. That's where they at in the spirit. I'm in another place. You see what I'm saying? And so it's for you to stay in that place and hoping that the Most High can use you in the midst of some of them that are not there so they can see how they're supposed to be. I'm thankful. He said, watch. I am thankful. I tell them thank you. I even sing thank you, Lord, every morning before work. How are you thankful? Thankfulness is shown in your body or. You see what I'm saying? Thankfulness. A thankful person is a peacemaker. Problem solver. Thankful. Unthankful, say unthankful. Always got an issue. Always, what? No, the Most High didn't always have an issue. He always had a what? An answer. Blessed are the what? Peacemakers, for they shall what? Inherit. Look at this thing. See this stuff, man, this is deep. And I did this, I read this scripture, probably the first message when we started this series. I read this before, but I never saw it like this though. He said, but what? And were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. The Most High said, I prepared life for somewhere, what? And just one of them days. What you mean it's just one of them days? You right, it's just one of them days. Well, what do you mean? This is the day that y'all has made, and I shall rejoice. Start watching, trimming the day as the sun come up, that day came up with evil. No, the evil is in you. How you perceive things. I can tell it's going to be one where you just said it. I can tell. In other words, you have already deciphered and discerned what type of day you're going to have. I can tell. The day ain't evil. Man is evil. Because the Most High said, this is the day that he has made. And we should what? Rejoice. When Daniel and them was going to the watch, all that affliction of him and the Hebrew boy, what they were doing? They were rejoicing, right? And when they met affliction, they said, look, it's like this, man. You can do whatever you want. You kill us or whatever. But what? We 10 toes down on this word, on this Torah. We ain't compromising. We ain't trying to watch. Oh, if I don't say that, they wouldn't have gave me the position. You didn't know why promotion don't come from no man. Promotion don't come from the left or the right, right? It come what? Promotion come from who? The Most High. It come from the Most High. Then he says this, verse what? 60. Well, I'm still in 60. 61. And therefore is my judgment now at what? Woo! My judgment at hand, he said. When we start teaching like this, know that the Most High is sending. This ain't no darn church service. This is a school where the Most High say, I'm preparing my remedy. You take this and you're supposed to be talking to other people about it. If you're hiding, then guess what? You like these folks in here. You ain't sharing it with nobody. You ain't giving nobody because you want to watch, be accepted. In this watch, you're going to be rejected. Most people ain't going to want it. And all you're doing is telling them what the book says. They have already in their mind, watch, have pictured a God in their mind that they want. And that ain't the Elohim of these scriptures. You see that? You see how he's talking? I'm just a FedEx man. Dropping boxes off. These things have I what? Show unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. In other words, only a few people can really understand even what I'm saying today through these words. The ones that can watch. That's why I said you got to guard your heart. You can't fall into it. You know why you get this stuff. You know why it hits you like that. He said, I only showed it to a few. When he said I showed it comes in here. Because guess what? You done worked on your mind. I showed it to you. Let me read that one more time. These things have I not showed unto what? He said, I ain't showed them to all men. I don't want to be included in all because when I look at the Bible, all men were getting that flood in Noah's day, right? It's gonna be just like the days of Noah. He didn't show everything in the days of Noah. He only showed it to who? A few, right? And you know who the few, because what? The few, what? You live a different. It's not that you try to live different. I try to let me put on because y'all get on me in the solid light. Let me put on because I'm around my mom and them. No, I'm the same person wherever I go. Same way. I ain't no change up. I ain't no change up. I ain't no dog and pony show for nobody. Nobody. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto what? Thee, Ezra. That's why I say, man, when you realize, man, who you are and why you understand and see this, that's a blessing. You got to start wanting to do it that. You got to write, I just don't get it because he ain't showed it to him. It wasn't meant for him. Don't keep moving. Shake the dust and keep moving. Don't worry about it. He already told you what's going to happen to him anyway. Look up. Go back up a couple verses. You'll see. And a few like thee. We're going to start right there today. Because it's just hot like that. Like I say, man, it's not a time to get loose. It's not a time to be, like I say, going back into all this worldly stuff. All this stuff just going back into it. Little by little. You don't do it for no family. You don't do it for no child. You don't know. Now you staying with y'all. You see what's going to happen. Because what people are seeing, that's why you seeing some of these folk come out in entertainment. They know this stuff is real. They put all their trust in them folks in entertainment. Now you see how they forsaken them. You see, this stuff is real. Like I say, remember this as I'm speaking. Plagues, they're coming. They're coming. You might see one next week. They're coming. It's for us to prepare ourselves in here. When I say prepare, it's in here. Oh, you don't do it. Oh. Keep our minds stayed on him so we can stay in peace. We're not like everybody else. The ones that's supposed to get you ain't got to talk to them. You ain't got to talk to you up all day. You find yourself having to talk too much, that's a sign right there. Because a person get what they want to get. A person, when you have to keep talking to them about it, their mind is already set what they want. Don't waste your words on them. YAHUSHUA with it. It's simple. Father, y'all, we thank you for the word today. We give you praise. We give you honor for who you are. To my brother and my sister, say, brother, how do I get myself right with the Most High? My brother, my sister, you turn from living life according to your way, and you start living according to the scriptures in the Bible. For the Most High has put a way of life, how he wants us to live in every aspect of life in the scriptures, and we're supposed to follow that with all our heart. So the first thing you would do to get yourself right is with a prayer. And I'm going to give you an example of this prayer. And it goes like this. Father, Yah, just come to you today and ask that you may forgive me of my sins. What is sins? Sins is going against the Most High's instructions that are listed in the Bible. Like I told you, for every aspect of life, the Most High has instructions on how he would have us to live our life. And it's all in the scriptures. So Most High asks you to forgive me of my sin. Forgive me for stealing from my brother when he goes in and we're running errands together. I've been stealing his money out of his glove compartment. But Most High just asked that you may forgive me for stealing, and I went to him and asked him to forgive me for stealing. He forgave me. So again, your sin is the wrong that you've done. And so whatever that sin is that you've done, you confess it. See, mine was stealing, right? So I confessed it. And not only did I confess it to the Most High, I confessed it to my brother because that sin hurt my brother. But not only did I confess that sin that hurt my brother, I returned the money that I stole back from him. So don't ever just say, forgive me of my sin. You know what you did. So always call out what you did. Always call it out. So when the temptation arises again for you to do it, you'll remember, now I just asked the Most High to forgive me. I can't go back there. I can't. Okay? All right. So I'm going to end this prayer now. So Most High, I thank you just for giving me grace. Grace is a time period for you to get yourself right with the Most High. Give me the grace to live, to see life up until now, to get myself right with you. But as I'm seeking you and serving you, starting today, if I should fall, I pray that by the conviction of your spirit, that you would bring conviction on me, that you give me enough time to get up and get right back with you. I thank you for this new day in my life. All is well. So you take out time after you pray and get quiet, especially when you're seeking the Most High for guidance. While you get quiet, you want to listen to him. Prayer is a conversation between you and the Most High. Two people talk. You get quiet and you listen to him. What does he sound like? He's a thought. Comes to you in thoughts. Comes to your mind. And his mind is always righteous. It's never going to be something that's it's righteous. It's something that's going to glorify him, bring honor to him, and bring testimony that he showed you a way that gives him honor. Okay? So always take out time and get quiet. I always like to say this. What does he sound like? He sounds like doing what's right. All right. So you're taking out that time to say that prayer. There are two things I ask you to do. First is to get your Bible. Once you get your Bible, I want you to go straight to the Old Testament. We're going to start studying out of the first book in the Old Testament, which is Genesis. Make sure you have a pen, pad available so you can take notes. If there's any time that you're studying and don't fully understand what you're studying, feel free to reach out to us. Before you start studying your word, pray this prayer. Most High, grant me with the knowledge and wisdom of that knowledge of what you're saying to me through your word. Second thing I want you to do, reach out to us, especially if you're not local, so we can help you find a fellowship that's in your area that can keep you encouraged while you're on this journey. The vision of the Salt and Light Church is to see mankind become productive in every area of their life so that we, the body of Christ, may have a positive effect.
through Yahushua HaMashiach.